Alrighty. Good morning. We've got our summoning bells. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's practice is a wake-up practice, allowing our bodies to open up so that we can have a productive or relaxing or present or whatever day you want to have, giving yourself the space to get connected. All right, so let's begin. Let's begin by coming down to your mat, placing the palms over the knees, closing down the eyes and allowing yourself to fully arrive here. Take a big breath in through the nose. Send the breath all the way down to the belly. And exhale. Slowly blow the air out from your lips. Almost like you're exhaling a cigarette. Just kidding, like you're blowing out a candle. Nice and slow, in through the nose. And out the mouth. Good, drawing your chin down towards your chest. Feel that opening through the back of your neck. And then as you inhale, draw your nose up towards the sky. Just doing that a couple of times, following your breath. And maybe taking some big neck circles. And switch the direction. Good. On your next breath in, reach the fingertips left and right. And then as you exhale, cross the left elbow over the right, coming into eagle arms. Bringing the elbows to a lifted position. Palms can be pressed together, or maybe just the backs of your hands. As you inhale, find that lift. And then as you exhale, draw the elbows down towards your belly button. A couple of times just like that. Good, and then exhale, release, open up your palms left and right. Exhale, float the palms down. Inhale, fingertips reach up and overhead. And exhale, lower the palms halfway down. And then this time, cross your right elbow over the left. Eagle arms on the other side. Inhale, find your lift. Exhale, find your contraction. Trying to keep the palms pressed away from the face. Good, and then exhale, release, float the fingertips out left and right. Circling out through the wrists, rolling it out one way. Bringing the fingertips into little fists, like you're scooping out ice cream. Big scoops, big rolls through the wrists. And then switch the direction of your circle. Good. Inhale, fingertips pointing up towards the sky, pressing the heel of your palm, almost like you're pressing it into a wall, like you're trying to squish something away from you. Good, and then open and close your palms. Opening your hands to its fullest, and then squeezing the fingers. Good. On your next breath in, reach the fingertips up and overhead. And then as you exhale, right palm comes behind you, left hand comes to the top of your right knee, coming into a twist. Inhale to find length. And exhale to move even deeper into your twist. Maybe taking your gaze past your right shoulder. Maybe even dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, come up through center. And exhale, switch to the other side, coming into your twist. Maybe the left ear comes over the left shoulder. Good, and then inhale, come up through center. Fingertips reach up and overhead. Palms into fists, thumbs pointing towards each other. Coming into a little Kapalabhati breath practice. So these are sharp exhales out through the nose, passive inhales through the nose. So if you can hear that pulsing sound of the playlist, we'll follow that pulse with our breath. So when you're ready, taking a deep breath in through the nose. We'll start by taking a long exhale out through the nose. And then we'll begin. Inhale. And pulse. 2, and 1. Slowly release the arms back down towards the earth. Amazing work. Bring your palms right to your belly. Sit up nice and tall. Feeling the rootedness of your sits bones and really allowing that to give you some lift up through the spine, feeling that full extension. Nice. Let's come forward onto all fours, slowly making your way there. So as we come to our all fours position, bring your palms right underneath your shoulders, spread your fingertips as wide as they can go, and then begin to claw through all 10 of your fingertips. Maybe the knuckles lift off of the earth. Shining the creases of your elbows forward. And then bringing your knees underneath the hips, pressing into the tops of your feet. And if you tend to have this dip in your low back, see if you can tilt your pelvis down so that you're engaging right through that low belly, feeling that full extension of your spine. So pausing here to imagine your tailbone reaching towards the back of your mat. And imagining your crown reaching forward towards the front of your mat. Then connecting right into your center as you inhale, drop your belly, open up your chest, find your flow as we move through cat-cow. We first establish that kind of rigidity and that deep sense of connection so that we can find a more natural and connected flow. So the movements don't need to be as rigid, but having the structure to begin with allows us that freedom to create those kind of more watery, flowy shapes with the spine. So taking these next 3 to 5 breaths to get into your body, notice how you're feeling this morning. Good, coming through to a neutral spine. Extend your right toes long behind you, pressing into those 5 toes, and then rock forward and back, getting into your calf. Great, and then drawing those right toes all the way over to the left side, off of your mat. Take your gaze past your left shoulder. Inhale to breathe into that right hip, the right rib cage. Nice, and then exhale, draw the right toes all the way back through center, this time drawing the right toes all the way over to the right now, planting the whole foot onto the earth. Palms come out in front of you as we inhale, drop the belly, open up through that heart space, and then exhale, rounding the spine. Great, coming back through neutral. Walk your palms all the way back, coming up off of the hands. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, interlocking the fingertips as we point the pointer fingers up, and then cross at the thumbs. This is a steeple grip. As we inhale, find that length up and out of the rib cage, out of the pelvis. And then exhale to lean over towards that extended leg. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release the palms. Float your left fingertips down towards the earth. And reach your right fingertips over your head, reaching the arm past your head. Taking some arm circles here, rolling out through the shoulder. Great, walking your palms back through center. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Right palm presses into the earth. And then exhale, draw your left shoulder down towards the earth. And then bringing your shoulder all the way down. Bring your right hand to place in front of your face. Press into your palm as you inhale. Stretch the left fingertips back up. And then exhale. Release. Great. Begin to draw the right toes back towards the midline, bringing it underneath your hips once again. And then we'll just switch over to the other side, so extending the left foot out back behind you, pressing into the toes, rocking forward and back on that left calf. Careful not to collapse through the neck here. And come through stillness as we draw our left toes all the way over off the right side of the mat. Take your gaze past your right shoulder. Good, and then exhale, draw the left toes all the way back behind you, and then take them over to the left side of your mat. Bringing the whole foot flat to the mat. Inhale as we drop the belly, find cow pose. And exhale as we round the spine. Good, and then walking the palms back, coming up off the hands. As we inhale, reach the fingertips over your head. Clasping the fingertips, pointing your pointer fingers up. And then exhale, lean over to the left. Spiraling your heart up towards the sky. Good. Inhale, come up through center. Release your palms, float them down as your right hand comes to the earth. And then we reach our left fingertips so that that bicep is up, reaching the left bicep towards your left ear. Taking some arm circles here, opening up through your shoulder. Nice, and then release, left palm comes down. Walk your fingertips all the way back to our kind of extended tabletop position here. This time planting your left palm as we inhale, reach the right fingertips up, find a twist. And then as you exhale, draw the right shoulder to the earth, placing your right ear, right shoulder onto the mat, maybe extending your left palm out. Beautiful. Bring your left palm back beside your face. Press into your palm as we inhale. Find a little twist, open up. And then exhale to release. Good. Bringing your left knee back to that midline. Bring your knees as wide as your yoga mat, big toes to touch. Send your hips back, child's pose. And then melting your heart down towards the ground beneath you. Maybe rocking your head a little side to side. Massaging through the brow bone. Resting here for another breath. Good, and then pressing back into your palms, lifting your hips up high. Bringing the knees underneath the hips. Here we go, curling the toes under, lifting your hips up high, downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet. This is our only downward dog of the practice. So bending through one knee and then the other. On your next inhale, lift your heels off the mat. Lifting your hips even higher, melting your heart down, and then as you exhale, release the heels towards the mat. Doing that a couple of times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, sink the heels down. Good. Inhale, take your gaze forward towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, walk your feet forward, coming into a forward fold. Finding a generous bend through the knees, bring your palms to your low back, interlocking the fingertips just like we did before. And then maybe releasing the knuckles forward, over your head. Feeling that big release through the shoulders. Just breathing here. Good, and then release the bind. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Opening up your toes, coming into our Malasana squat. Maybe bringing the palms together, pressing the knees open, Finding that extension through your spine. If you like, you can bring your left hand to the center. Inhale, open up through your right hand. And then exhale to switch. Left palm reaches up. Coming back through center. Bring your hands behind you, sink down. And with the legs bent, just like that, we'll drop our knees over to the left. Find that lift through your heart. And then switch, dropping your knees over to the right. Coming back through center. Now bringing the soles of your feet together. Lift your way back up as we grab onto the ankles and inhale. Open up through your heart. Find that full extension. Either staying here or perhaps folding over the legs, dropping the elbows down. And if you like to widen this stance a little bit, you can move the feet away from the body. Feeling aware of the shoulders moving away from the ears. Good, and then pressing your way all the way back up. Crossing at the ankles. Sitting up nice and tall. And inhaling to reach the fingertips up and overhead. And as you exhale, draw the hands to your heart center. Taking these final breaths to honor this practice, honor your body, your time, and your energy. Inhaling the thumbs up between the eyebrows, honoring your light and your wisdom, and allowing that to connect to you and open you to the light and the wisdom in others. In through the nose, and we exhale to bow, sealing our practice.